different outfit. You know what I'm talking about. You know how it plays itself. Let me tell you about yesterday, man. Yesterday, I counted change for about a good 4.5, 5, 6 hours. All right. I had that much change that needed to be rolled up. I could have taken it to the bank and poured it in the machine, but I don't. And there's a reason for it. I love explaining this reason to people so they get a crystal clear understanding of who they be dealing with. So let me break it out, man. Let me tell you about my worst case scenario account. So the worst case scenario account was put together while my mama was still alive because she wanted to be cremated. And after me and her had one of them good conversations, she talked me into doing the same thing. Ain't no reason in spending $10, $15, $20,000, man. So some people that probably don't even like me can come look at me and feel happy that I am no longer around for them to have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? You know how people treat you after you leave. If you don't, I know, because I got an arm full of people that left, and I know how the people that said that they love them treat them now that they not here no more. So my worst case scenario account is to have me cremated. And usually on my birthday, I take $50, $100 and I put it in the bank for inflation. You know the prices stuff go up every year. So that $1,100 cremation went up to $1,175, $1,200. You know what I'm saying? Every year it's gonna go up a little bit more, just a little bit more. I wish I could lock it in, but I don't have faith that the funeral home is gonna be around when I leave, and I don't want to get them my money and they go bankrupt and I can't. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? We got to come up with a whole different solution. Nah, I don't want to do that. So I just put the money in the bank, man. I got my goddaughter name on it. I got the bestie name on it. I got it covered. If anything happened to me, then, you know what I'm saying? They know exactly what need to be done with me. Right. But I take all my change and I roll it up. And instead of putting $50, $100 in there, I take my pocket change and the change that I pick up every day through my journeys, and I put it all together. I roll it up and I put it in the bank, in that account. So if anything happened to me, I am covered. There will be no GoFundMe's in my honor. You want some coffee? Okay. And then, while counting the change, man, we had chicken. And while I was getting chicken, I ran into somebody that I knew from my past life. And they still had it on their mind that I sold drugs. They was looking for it. They thought I had it, or I knew who had it. And it felt so good to tell that man I didn't know what he was talking about. Because the old me, I would have known. I'd have probably had whatever it was that he was trying to buy with me at the time he was trying to buy it. As long as he had some money, we could have made that make sense. But I don't live that life no more, so I don't even indulge in that. I don't want to know who got it. I don't care who got it, because whoever got it is close to going to jail or going in the ground, and I don't want to be around them, because that's what come with the lifestyle. Like, you can't get involved in something and not know the consequences of it. They give you the rules and regulations when you go to work and all of that. They tell you the laws and all of that. You have the privilege to look up all of this information that you could do something with. And if you know better, you are supposed to do better. I don't really be knowing too much better, but every time I learn better, I do better. I don't do the same thing that I used to do because it's comfortable for me. I learned a better way to do it, so I do it a better way. And I'm working on this little book. I'm a couple thousand words into it. Yeah. And I want to get it to you. And I'm still going through this stuff here because, as you can see, I got on a different sweatsuit. Oh, this came out of there, man. I opened some up and was like, oh, I got a red sweatsuit. Let me put that on. Planet Fitness, here I come. Shower, massage. And I know I ain't been eating in Planet Fitness. The reason is because I am in the city of misery, and I don't want to do that here because somebody that know me in real life is going to see it and try to be on my wave, and I don't want to. Right? I don't really be wanting that. Like, so I'm going to leave it alone for a second until I get back to traveling, because I am trolling Planet Fitness because I am looking for a sponsorship, and I'm not going to get one dealing with these non-color changing people in this city. Right? I already know it. So before I leave, though, there is definitely going to be a St. Paul and some fried rice in Planet Fitness. Don't even worry about it. It's coming. It's coming. I'm just trying to drop the van off so I could get what need to be taken care of, and then I can move on with how life's supposed to be moving. You seen the radio in this thing? I got a radio that nobody would steal. I got to do something about that, man, and I be doing traveling, right? You know this radio that nobody steal sound horrible. It don't sound horrible, but it definitely can sound better. I swear for Lord it can. And hopefully all my money is going to make that make sense. I'm getting a call from my therapist. I'm going to call her back. All right. So, I got a radio nobody would steal. It sound horrible. It sound horrible. It is uncomfortable to attach CarPlay to it so I can have directions when I'm moving and grooving. Man, something got to give. I found that out while I was out and about trying to learn how to drive this big old vehicle. Because you know that's why I went on that long trip, so I could figure out how to drive this. I ain't drove no big car since the 90s. Now, don't get me wrong, in the 90s, I swang a big car. I had a 1977 Chrysler Newport. If you don't know what it is, look it up. The back seat was so big, I put a TV back there, and we used to be playing Nintendo when we used to be out selling crack. It's a long time ago, real life stories. I've been sleeping in cars for years. I've been sleeping in cars for years. Finally got one with a real bed in it. I'm talking about, hey now. And that 3-inch memory foam mattress. That 3-inch memory, I never knew that 3 inches could mean so much. That's what she said. That is what she said. 3 inches could mean so much, because a woman told me that. You want some coffee? But other than that, I am not finna take up all y'all time, man. That's what happened yesterday, man. I counted change. I went through some more stuff in the storage unit. We did a little running around to see what was going on in the world, and we was at the port too. No one went to the port, ran around. I'm talking about good run around. But I was on the phone talking to my partner from the penitentiary, so you know I didn't get no footage of it. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know we be running around the city. Right. The frolic don't never stop because I got puppies. And I want to say this before I leave so we have a crystal clear understanding. No matter where I am in the world, man, the puppies is going out to run around at least 3 times a day. At least. On the low end, they is finna put foot to surface and run around at least 3 times a day. 4 or 5 maybe. Depending on, you know what I'm saying, how many trees they had and how much water they have intook. Cause ain't no potty in here. We live in here. Oh. And I don't want my house to smell like puppies. You know what I'm saying. Bring in the logo. As a matter of fact, no, don't bring in the logo yet. I also ran into one of my childhood friends. His name Eddie. You will probably get to meet him later on down the line, but I ran into one of my childhood friends. I talk to him all the time. He drives trucks over the road. He's been trying to talk me into it for the longest. I don't want to drive trucks because I don't want to be on nobody else's time. Forgive me. Right. But I bumped into him because he supported the movement. He wanted to make sure that he had the Boytoba book. And I wanted to make sure he had it too because he supported the movement. Now bring in the logo.